Hey guys, it's time for this week's wrestling, and just want to encourage you guys to keep pressing, keep drilling. Seeing a lot of you guys working your weights, cardio, running, rucking, all that kind of good stuff. Very important stuff, but hopefully you saw the email that I sent. I'll send it out to just the wrestlers, talking about the importance of solo drilling. I saw a couple high-level guys talking about that, and of course saw Jordan Burroughs doing his solo drills, stuff like that. Solo drilling, of course, is going to be something that's going to be really important to you. I know being young, things of that nature, things come pretty fast to you. It's kind of level 1 high school wrestling. But as you start to advance, as you start getting to the elite level, you start getting injuries piling up, all that kind of good stuff. Solo drilling is going to come into play for you. It's going to be one of the most important things that you can do, and that's been proven over and over and over again. Stuff that you do by yourself, you don't have a gym to work with, you don't have the facility to work with, stuff that you can do on your own. Travel internationally, competed international level, national level, and there's been a lot of times I've not had access to facilities, coaches, training partners, that kind of stuff, and what it's able to help me be able to stay in shape during that time, or keep my edge on, getting me tournament ready. It's been my ability to train in my hotel room, outside the courtyard, whatever I can find, using whatever I can find to work with. Okay, so we're going to be doing, of course, continuing those solo drills. Last week, hopefully you guys were able to tune into our stand-up drills, working against the wall to really develop that back pressure. Today we're going to be working some basic stuff again, fundamental things that are important for you to be able to work, helping you strength and conditioning and cardio, which of course you guys are taking care of that. That's really good, but this is of course going to help to build that on your own too. If you don't have a gym or a coach or somebody to motivate you, or a facility to get to, a lot of times, especially during the season we're in lockdown, we don't have that access to facilities as much as we readily used to. And so this is of course going to do that. We're going to talk about building our base and talk about the hip heist in the back step a little bit in detail, just so you can kind of work those and show you some drills that you can work on your own with that, all right? So let's go ahead and get warmed up. We're going to start off with just some high knees first, so when you just coming through, just touch the opposite elbow and go. Then we're going to go around the mat. You can do that. Okay. Good. Just warming up. I know you guys are like, I don't need to warm up, man. I'm working through this. I feel great. I always tell you guys, 2 knee surgeries, a lot of broken ribs, a lot of sprains, dislocated bones, all that stuff. That stuff will come back to get you. And what you have to do is make sure that, of course, you stay warm and you stay healthy. All right, good. All right, now what we're going to be doing is going down and just doing some butt kickers, but we're going to do them a little different. I think we did them last week, where we bring the foot all the way up, really isolate the muscles, trying to make sure everything stays really composed. You're going to come up on the ball of this foot. So come here, pull, and up. And then the other side. And up. Good. And up. Really trying to stay composed, stretching that quad, working the calf, working the ankle, and coming back. Nice, and again. Good, come back. Good, one more time. Starting to feel my quads loosen up, and if mine are loosening up, I know yours are, if they're not already, of course. Good, okay. Now far toe touches. When we come down, go to touch the opposite toe, pick up the opposite leg again, staying composed. Back, really warming up the hamstring. Nothing aggressive. Coming back. back. All right. Good. Now we're going to do something called inchworm, okay? And so on the inchworm, we're just going to go down. It's going to be a good drill to warm up the upper body, and of course continue working on the hams. We're going to go down just like this here. Walk ourselves forward. Get a good push up, and walk your feet up, down, feet up, and back. And again. Back. Very good. Okay, good. So now what we're going to do is a little shuffle steps. Again, get down, you stay in your square base for right now. And remember, hands in, keeping that elbow tucked in, grape here and here. So it stays in, hands up, facing each other, standing down. Make sure your back is well rounded, hips over your heels, shoulders, chin tuck. Just side shuffle steps. Good, you can go this way here. Good, just working. Good, angle it in, switch, stagger step, back, stagger step. Good, and back in. Stagger, good. Watching that posture, good. Side, 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 pivot. Come forward, pivot, side, pivot, back, come back, pivot. Good, angle, angle, good job. Keep working. A lot of lateral movement, just keep moving. Good. The mat's moving a little bit, okay, it is what it is. Making the most of it. So, it's good for me because it's making me keep my base, keep my posture. Awesome, good, okay? But now what we're gonna do is just shots, all right? One end to the other. Remember, again, you hear stagger step, level change. Really important that we do our level change, that good big deep penetration step, and then driving that back leg through, shoving our hips up underneath us. Getting our posture up, bringing that power leg through, and then just coming up. Nothing bad, nothing crazy fast, nothing like that. Still warming up, change the level. Penetration step, shooting up. Penetration step, shooting up. Good. Penetration step, hands out and back. Ready? Change. And back. Ready? Down. Hips forward. Penetration. Good. Good. Back again. Awesome. Good. Okay. Now what we're going to do is a little bit of a drill. If you were able to watch in Zerik's MMA class, which all of these links are available to you guys. You should be getting them via email. For a regular class for striking, so you can learn a little bit about kicking and punching. For a judo base, so you can learn about developing a good foundation in judo and your judo fundamentals. Also Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, grappling. Learn about a lot of the stuff that happens in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. That way you can take all of these things because every single one of them has something to offer the other, especially in self-defense or fighting. But when it comes to Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and wrestling, those are, of course, the two closely integrated, even judo, those three, all right? Those three right there really have a strong integration with each other from the sport side concept of it. You have to, of course, remove the rules, things of that nature, because some of the rules are different. Of course, in jiu-jitsu, We love fighting off our back, right? Wrestling, you're not so much, of course, and then judo, same thing. They really don't want you on your back in judo too much either. So the deal is, but they all have something to offer each other. So these are all available to you. Zarek, of course, he had in his MMA class, he did a hand speed drill. Hand speed drill, of course, for striking, punching, boxing. Really good hand speed drill. But we're just going to do 3 elements of it today because, of course, we're not striking. But this is good for getting your hands moving and being able to get inside, get that good penetrating jab inside to be able to get what we're doing without opening yourself up. And of course, we don't ever reach in, but we do have to get in, but again, recover if we don't have that. So we're just gonna go up and down just like this here. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 30. Good. And we want to make sure that hands are moving. We don't want our hands to be loose, fingers loose. We want to keep everything tight and just moving. All right? Good. Now what we're going to be doing is we're going up and down right there. Now we're going in and out here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. All right? Very good. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take this hand and just reach over the top and bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 30. Switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. Good. Now, you're going to get inside your stance, all right? You're going to get square, stagger stance, but now your hands are going to be involved in the motion, all right? So you want your hands up, and just, again, shadow wrestling, coming out, seeing things moving, just moving side to side, moving, pivoting, square stance, coming back and forth, shuffle step, side motion, coming inside, working the hands, getting the hands involved. Good. Keep working, moving, good. Watch your posture, base, good. Level change, good. Make sure again that I'm not putting my hand out with my front hand, my lead hand, my far hand always, because I don't want to open myself up for a shot. Far hand, good. Nice, okay, good. So look over here, I have a something that you can use. This right here is something it's called a power sleeve. It's what I use in judo to train with for grips and grabbing and pulling and all that kind of good jazz. You can use a rope, you can use a shirt, you can use a jacket, whatever. Hang it over something. For the sake of today, because of the video, I don't want to pick up the camera and move it somewhere where I can actually do a little bit more with this. Like I can take it outside, I'll hang it over a tree branch, and that way I can really pull down and snap my grips, really work arm drags for real, all right? Really coming through them, powering through them, getting 2-on-1, and a lot of heavy pressure, that kind of stuff to be able to, these things are not gonna rip, and that's what's cool about it. Can't do it over here because if I do that on this, Miss Lisa, who just walked by me, will kill me, because I'll pull the cabinet door off, and I don't want that. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just working, and I'm just gonna move it around. If I'm outside and it's on a tree branch and hanging down, it could be moving around, the wind could be blowing, all that stuff. It's really cool because I can come in and work to be able to get and find, you know, wrist control grab, coming around, wrist, 2-on-1, coming here, and arm drag to 2-on-1, coming around, wrist control, hook, leg control, that kind of stuff. So you can work that and really understand about how to be able to get your grip, to be able to come inside, feed inside for, of course, the arm drag. Come around, take it back side, coming around the reverse portion of it, coming inside, working again to your 2-on-1 here, your high 2-on-1, control 2-on-1 to begin inside, the inside leg, that kind of stuff, okay? So it's a really good little opportunity to be able to work. Just wanted to show that to you guys. A little tool for you. You can use, like I said, jacket, you can use a rope, something, whatever, hang it from the tree outside and work your drills, be able to catch, snatch, all that kind of good stuff, okay? So now what we're gonna do is shadow wrestle just a little bit more, all right? On this one, I want you guys working, changing your levels, coming in from the far hand to head check, clubs, that kind of stuff, and then being able to come in, single, double leg shot, high crotch, those types of things, being able to work your way through, pivoting drills, all that kind of good stuff, all right? Let's go. Work. Coming in, side shuffle, grab, nice. Okay, cool. So now we just kind of worked that a little bit. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take and we're going to work inside to be able to come in and work on a couple of things finishing wise, all right, that we're going to explain where we're going with a few things here, okay? So the first one that we're going to work today is just understanding the back step, okay? Back step, you guys, I'm pretty sure you're familiar with it, but if not, here's going to give you just some detail on that, okay? The back step. Let's just talk about from an over and under, okay? So I have an underhook, I have an overhook. My friend's got an underhook, an overhook on this side. Got my head pressure, you know, really important head control here. No lazy, over and under inside the clinch. Really gripping, holding the shoulder, or no lazy hands. Good, nice, tight, we call this monkey grip. Pinch and boom, pulling in, elbow control, pressure, okay? From this side here, a lot of times I'm moving shoulder bump, creating space, trying to clear to get inside. So if my friend is right in front, I do that little back step here, I have a little opening in this space here. So I take my hand off of the underhook, head pressure on this side still, and then I come inside and I bring my foot here, all right? So my foot turns 45 right on the outside. My heel is right next to their toe. A nice way to remember how to be able to do like the arm spin is I drop my hand here while I'm holding this arm here. I don't have to clear this arm and have wrist control, all right? I can be holding just like this here, okay? Josiah, come here real quick.
Yes, sir.
Hey, I know, Josiah, just getting this lunch out of the oven. Just let me show you the position. I'm not gonna take it down or anything, but we're inside the clinch here. I'm holding. Inside here, I do not need to clear this hand to be able to come back and have wrist control here, all right? I'm here, head control, and then I step in here. And then this hand, I'm gonna drop on the arm spin. And then I step and do a back step here, and then I just come around. I'm gonna let go of Josiah so he doesn't go flying. But I'm here just like this here, and then on this here, I come around, see I'm pulling the arm, do that back step, and then just drop and turn. All right, really important. Once I land, I drive my hips back. Head, I'm controlling the body on the side. They're going to be down on their backs here, and then of course I can turn and then come in. And again, driving, no knees on the mat, always motoring inside using the legs. All right, so that's the back step on there. If I'm doing a head arm in this position, I come inside for a single time here, and I move him back away. Again, that gives me that position. Notice where I put my foot here, and then I come around, back step inside, and then Josiah's going to go away again because I'm going to pop my hips here, and when I pop my hips, I turn and then land right inside scarf hold, holding the head arm on the bottom. All right? Back step. Again, if I'm inside how the back step works, and I'm so glad Josiah was here. I was trying to make imaginary partners to show you stuff. It's kind of difficult, but hey, I'll give him his money later. All right? So we're coming in, right? I'm inside. I do a head check, club, change my level, come in, drive here, and on the single, all right? He might do a knee trick, something like that, or a trick knee, where he drops the knee down, whatever the case might be. But before he gets here, if I can do a snatch single, all right, where I come inside, snatch set, pop his leg up here, now you can go away, right? And if my head's on the inside, then I would run the pipe this way, all right? But I need that back step, all right? I need to make sure that my head is up, hips are under me. I'm not here like this. That creates a lot of problems. I'm in here, right? And I'm gonna use my head and shoulder, all right? I'm not twisting my body. I'm not like dropping and throwing him down. I'm here and I do this back step here while I stay down, and then my head and shoulder are gonna drive against his base while I stay down. So if Josiah's here, so you balance a little bit, and my head's inside, and I go here, I do my back step here, and then I just turn against his base here, and that's where he goes down, right? So I'm working inside to there, right? If I'm on the outside, it's a little bit different, but it's still involving the back step. So I'm inside, head to the outside, I need to still do my back step here, all right? My back step's gonna come in, and then I'm gonna come and head, body, I'm just turning off the back step, all right? I'm not taking and turning and twisting my body like this. It's my whole body and hips driving against his hips. And if I'm holding my head to the outside, the far hip is on this side, so when I drop, they're gonna fall to that far hip. And that's where I start to control, and then I start to come inside, run the leg, whatever the case might be. Okay, so the back step is one of those things that we really want to work on a whole bunch, right? Thanks, Joe. So look inside. So we're going to come inside here. Let's just drive through a little bit on how that back step works, okay? So if I'm inside here, just go through this motion and drill, all right? We're going to come inside. I create that space here. Shoulder pressure, head control, underhook, overhook. I step across here, turn that heel, drop my hand, back step here, and then I'm going to turn and down. All right? Again, I come drive power in. I can either turn to the hips, depending on how they're turning to control the hips, or I can turn into their head. Depends, again, their movement. But I'm just going to turn to the head. It's a little bit easier for today. I'm going to step under what we did last week. Motor inside, no knees on the mat. All right? Let's try that again. Over and under hook here. Going through the motions. You shouldn't have any problems doing this on wood floor, whatever. I can take the mats away and do this, no problem, right? Because I'm not slamming myself down drilling, right? Solo drilling is about refining the technique, making it smooth, making it fluid, having control of your body so when you actually add speed, intensity, power, all that stuff, you don't turn into spastic, all right? Movement, broken movement. We want it to flow. So we're inside here. I'm going to head pressure, step back here to create that space, more head pressure. I'm going to step in, drop my hand. Now remember, hold this here tight so that way when I come around, his elbow, his body, and his shoulder and his arms are going to be coming with it. It's what's called an arm spin. We're not doing a shoulder throw. I step behind now, back step here. Hips come in, spin the arm, down, drive, step under, and inside here. All right? Just for an arm spin there. Ready, and again. Coming inside. Head pressure. Make sure everything's tight. Now look, imagine in your mind. That's what God gave you, an imagination. All right, so you can image, all right? Pre-image. A lot of things. Mental imaging is huge in sports, all right? Seeing yourself win, seeing yourself get the takedown, seeing the motion. All that stuff. Very important, okay? It's a big part of everybody's training. If you haven't learned how to do that yet, you need to talk about that, all right? So I'm going to imagine, control. How are my hands positioned? What are my hands doing? Where are they connected? I pressure, shoulder pressure, make that space, then I step in and across, drop my hand down, all right? Still holding tight, back step here. Now from here, arm spin, hips come in, turn, and down open, motor in, and again drive. Tons of pressure, open those legs, all right? Till we secure the tape. If I'm gonna do a head arm control, all right? So that's your arm spin. You can practice that on your own, go through the details. The great thing about these is there's a little button at the bottom of the bar and rewind, 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 all right? So let's talk about the head arm takedown. So come here. And again, you heard Coach Gerald talk about it all the time. Head arm takedown, it's great for level 1, level 2 even. Guys, once they catch on and they know that what's going on, it's kind of easy to counter off of there. That's why your setup's got to be really good if you're going to sell it. That's why your arsenal needs to be, and your toolbox needs to be a little bit more expanded. So when you start hitting those more advanced moves and advanced takedowns or feints, things of that nature, it opens up these fundamental basic takedowns. But you got to know these drillies. All right. So head arm takedown from here. I come in and I reach in. My back arm shoots in for the single collar tie. My other hand comes inside elbow control here. All right. So I'm just inside here now. All right. So I have the single collar tie, inside elbow control here. My friend frees the arm. I'm able to pummel through, or he's able to pummel underneath, get the underhook. So I'm going to not freak out about that. He makes a little step. I get that grip with my overhook. Elbows come inside just like on the arm spin, but now I'm over the head on this one. So same situation now, but instead of dropping my hand, I step across here, just like this here. My hand comes over on this side, head arm control from here. And then the back step happens here, all right? The back step happens, and now my hips, I pop my hips, and then I'm gonna turn. So I pop, and then turn, and we go down, and now I'm inside. Okay, so Tommy, I'm on my elbow right here because really what I would actually be doing is really pulling this arm up here and really controlling the head. Tons of pressure. My legs are not open, just open. Again, my toes, live toes. Call this live toes here, all right? And so live toes allows me to be able to active toes, right? To be able to come in, pressure, and create the movement that I need. I can pivot, turn, all sorts of stuff from here. Coming around and in, all right? So, again, head arm, come inside, single collar, inside. I can pummel over to get the overhook, or I can lose this inside control. He comes underneath for whatever reason. I make the space inside, I shove back, push away, create that motion, entry, or pull and get him to step forward, all right? Getting him to step forward is actually a little better because his motion coming in helps. And as I pull and step forward, then I make that step on this side. My foot's already there, or I can even pivot and turn the step and move him into this foot, all right? So that foot is actually there as well. So if I'm here inside, and now I'm gonna pull like this here and step here. Now his foot, I've already done this work of this, all right? So if he's here stationary and I step, I've already done that work by pulling, and then the momentum's going forward as well. So a few ways to get inside there, all right? So we come in, step across for right now, come over the top, back step here, all right? And now I pop my hips and then turn here and then open. One more time. I step back on this one. We're inside here. I step back, over, turn, come inside, back step here, pop the hips, turn, and open. Elbows in tight. Live turns. All right, again, you can work that one a little bit more. Okay, again, if you need to rewind, work that, drill it. It's a great way to drill. Again, drill it slow like that till you're able to get it, all right? I don't know if you guys have mats or not. You know, I got these mats down here. Even these mats are not all that great as far as being able to do really hard drops and things of that nature. But wanting to know how to fall properly, I could be able to fall on concrete, asphalt, doesn't matter, all right? But if you're trying to learn how to do a move with that and a motion with that, you want to take your time and do it right, right? Until you really learn how to be able to hit the mats properly, right? In sport, a lot of times we have these false illusions that are created by just years and years and years of competition and tournaments, and we feel like, I can fight and all this stuff, but a lot of times we don't realize we're on 2-inch, 2.5-inch, mats, and we're hitting those floors, and it's not a big deal, all right? But until you've actually been in an altercation, I don't encourage you to get in an altercation at all right, for self-defense outside the academy, whatever the case might be. But in the event that you ever did, and you're outside on the concrete, outside on the asphalt, grass, the terrain, it's all a lot different. Grass and the hills, there's uneven terrain, got things that you got to be aware of, things that are your enemies out there, just not the person that's trying to hurt you. So it's important that you know how to do this stuff properly. Take your time, all right? You don't have all that stuff figured out yet, so don't be going outside on the wood deck trying to make this really fast and, and making it work. So just drill it on your own. You can do it on carpet. You can do it on whatever mats you got. If you do have good mats, that's awesome. Then you can speed up the process a little bit. But you should not feel yourself falling like on your hip joint or on the back part of your pelvis or on your knee or whatever. You don't drop down on your knee. Even in the mats, if you've ever did a hard knee drop in a tournament or something like that, even on mats, you can really bruise your knee and get a contusion there, and man, those are hard to overcome. It's hard to walk up and down stairs. Had a few of those, and it takes just a long time. I think that's what happened to Zarek, if I'm not mistaken. And man, he could tell you, it takes a long time to overcome those, even on mats. So be careful. We don't want hard parts of our body hitting the mat when we're doing that. So really pay attention when you're doing those takedowns to feel how you feel when you're hitting the mat, all right? Cool. Let's talk about the back step on when we run the pipe, right? So we're coming inside, doesn't matter head inside, outside. I'll come in and change my level, and then inside, snap single right here, all right? Or they've turned, do a trick knee, whatever, and I'm able to pull the knee, able to recover and get back up again here. It's really important that when I'm here, that the head pressure stays in, shoulder pressure stays in, all right? If I'm running the pipe, I'm not coming like this here and then pushing him down, all right? And I'm not dropping my knees down and going forward, and I'm not twisting my body. We talked about that earlier, right? So from here, it's the back step again. Notice my posture and hips are here. I do my back step here, and then I'm gonna go against where his base, all right? We call it a dead angle. There's no place for him to drop to because there's no base behind him. And now all I do from here is I pivot my whole body while my head and shoulder turn and staying tight. And then I can bend my knees even more. They will drop there, okay? So let's go with the head inside, right? We'll talk about the head. It's hard to imagine the head outside for me to right here. Let's just go ahead inside. So we're inside, change my level, come in, snap single here, head inside, posture's up, hips are underneath me. From this point here, again, I've got the leg snatch, really shoulder pressure, head up against the hip, because I'm driving against the hip here. I back step here, notice, go to the ball of the foot, and then I just pivot and drop my knee. And they should go down at that point in time, right? You should feel it in your legs when you're doing this position properly. All right, again, change my level, penetration step comes inside, got my leg single here. Now from here, posture, hips underneath me. From here, I back step on this side here, and now keep my posture, keep my base, pivot, and then drop down, all right? So the back step, really super important, okay? So from here now, let's talk about a few other things. You all know how to sprawl properly, should know how to sprawl properly, okay? Being able to work that. So you can put all this stuff together as far as your shadow wrestling goes. Encourage you to do that. We're not going to do that right now, right? We're going to work on one other thing, and then we'll close it out. But when you shadow wrestle, a lot of side shuffle steps, hand motions, coming in. Imagine single collar tie, coming in, inside elbow control. Working, pop, shooting in high crotch, coming in, pop, changing, check, single, snatch single. You can run five, whatever the case might be. Right, working in, and change, back step, back up again. See somebody coming in, change the level, you sprawl, recover, back up again, and keep wrestling, all right? A lot of hand fighting and stuff like that. You want to do some shadow wrestling on your own, and really high intensity shots on your own. Do those probably, as often as you can and as long as you can, okay? Some of our classes that we're doing online here, we'll do that, right? We'll set that up. Some of the classes that we do at the Academy with Coach Darryl, we'll do that as well, all right? And you'll see those happening, and if you've ever been to any of the classes, then you know that's happening, right? So last thing we're going to do here really quick, dealing with the hip heist, okay? We're going to do a hip heist drill, and then I'm going to show you how to be able to actually apply this maybe on the couch, how you would do it if somebody was coming against you, trying to pull you down. You know, you're able to do a sit out, you're able to come up, off a switch, whatever the case might be. But you're from the bottom position, and you've come out with back pressure on the back side. Show you how to be able to turn that, all right? And it's really cool. Just a little thing for you to practice. You can practice on your couch at home if your mom and dad don't mind. You can practice on your bed, all right? Be able to push against the bed, popping out. Just make sure you don't hit your head on any wood or anything like that, okay? All right. But this hip heist drill is something that you can do. You don't need anything, don't need anybody to make it happen, okay? So I'm going to show it to you, all right, for the sake of time. I'm going to show you, break it down slow, all right, how it works, and then kind of show you sped up, and then let you be able to go drill that on your own, okay? And again, these are all drills. Every single class that we do online are drills that you can be doing on your own at home. You don't need a partner, you don't need equipment. It's very important that you learn how to do this stuff on your own, okay? Can't stress that enough. All right, we're going to be down in a tripod position here. And all we're going to do is going to take my one leg, all right? In this instance, it's my left leg. You're looking at the camera, so it probably looks like my right leg. And I'm going to take my opposite hand, and I'm just basically lifting them up. So that way I have this cross control here. When I do this here now, I swing my left leg in and swing my right hand back at the same time. And then from here, I pick up my left hand and my right foot, and I bring it underneath. So I'm here, pick this up here, and then I come underneath here. Now I'm back in my tripod position again. And all I do now is I'm going to take my left foot again, and my right hand comes up, do a sit in, and then I'm going to come back, sit in. Then I want to come back. And now everything's on the opposite side. So now I pick up my right foot, and then my left foot, my left hand comes through here, and now I pick up my left foot, and my right hand comes up, and now I'm back where I started again, but I continue the motion by sitting in with my right here, then I come back, sit in with my left here. Got it? One more time, all right? Taking it slow, all right? So we're up here. I'm going to take my left foot and my right hand, pick them up. My left foot comes underneath my body. Right hand comes back. Now my right foot and my left hand come up, and my right foot again comes underneath my body. Come back, continue the motion. So now my left foot and my right hand come up, sit in, and now from here, the opposite side, and sit in. Then I come back the other way now. Now my right foot and left hand are going to come up, and I sit in. Now my left foot and my right hand come up, sit in. My right foot and left hand come up, switch to the other side. Going to go through it one more time slow. All right? Here we go. Left foot comes up, right hand comes up. Sit in, and right hand comes behind you. Now your right foot, left hand come up, and switch. Now your left foot and right hand come up, sit in, come back, and sit in, come back. Now you're going to come up and do the same thing. So it's the right foot. It's a little tricky here because you just came back from a sit-in. But now you got to go the opposite way again, but you're going to come finish it back all the way instead of coming backwards. So your mind's going to probably try to put a little trick on you there. You got to be careful with that. Now you pick up your left foot, come back here, come back here. All right? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a moment and I'm going to work on how to be able to put all that in. All right? So we're inside here. I'm going to come up here. I'm going to bring up my left foot, left hand. Go 1, 2, bend, back. Let me come in. 1, 2, here, here. Let me come back. 1, 2, here, here. Come back. 1, 2, here, here. We'll go. See how it works. So we're going to try to make that all fluid motion here. There you go. Have some fun with that, all right? If you have to hit rewind, go back, drill it, drill it, drill it, okay? So last thing, I know we said we're gonna work on some base building stuff. We'll come back and visit that next week on how to do some of the base building exercises and how they work. You should be familiar with them, but it'll help you to be able to work in for your sit out, for your switch, or for your stand up. From somebody who's able to take you down off of inside leg, they do the leg right down, that kind of stuff, okay? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna work how this hip switch works a little bit, or hip heist, should I say, works a little bit. And I'm gonna go turn the camera a little tiny bit here. All right, so let's say you're in this position here, and I was able to come back, sit out here, okay? So once I get this back pressure here, once I get this here, now I want to take this leg, step under, of course, be able to turn and back away. But here's the deal. If I just do that at that speed right there without exploding my hips, they're going to feel, and they'll be able to probably counter that, all right? So even if I'm not worried about getting on my back and I want to get in top position, I got to drive through, okay? So what I'm going to do is really try to throw that leg underneath while I explode my hips, like we're doing on a hip heist drill here, all right? I'm going to land on my knees, of course, away, but it's just a far escape, okay? So you don't have to come from this position here and do your sit out, all right? You can start from here if you like to, and just stay right in this position here. But I'm driving, my hips are up, really important. And my hips are up, and my leg, one leg or the other, is gonna be going, all right? So I'm gonna be acting like my friend is back on this side, head's on this side, so I'll have a lot of pressure for me to be able to turn into him here, all right? So I'm just gonna take and hip heist my way. This hand is gonna Superman over as I throw the hips under, and I'm gonna turn and then recover. It's kind of hard to get the traction to move because everything's moving, but that's okay. You're kind of getting the idea, okay? So we're here again. I'm coming up, tons of pressure. I'm really throwing, and then trying to recover. All right? So again, if you want to add that little sit out, and here. Nice little drill. Coming in, really throwing those legs up. On the side, sit out, and through. Good. Take a few times on your own to practice that, work that, right? Don't forget, cool down. After every time you drill really hard, even if you're doing strength and conditioning cardio, make sure you take about 15 minutes, cool down, stretch it out, right? We've gone through a lot of stretches, so I want you guys to take the time on your own, stretch out as well, all right? We're already 45 minutes into the class here. So I want you to strength and conditioning that you're always doing, right? Make sure you're stretching all the time. Flexibility is a big key element in what you're doing. Remember what we covered today, all right? Hand speed drills, little good things for you, little training tool, being able to come inside, working your arm drags, 2-on-1 drills, wrist control drills, those kind of things. Shadow wrestling, you should be improving on your shadow wrestling all the time, all right? We worked on stationary isolation drills, butt kickers, far toe touches. Those are really important for your balance, coordination, strengthening, body control. We also worked the back step, big important portion of the back step, being able to go down to the ground right away to the control position after the back step, whatever it's from, all right? Work the back step with the arm spin, work the back step with the head arm takedown, work the back step on running the pipe, all right? So it's so important to be able to know how to work your back step with your posture, keeping your hips underneath you, really important. All right, our hip heist drill, really important on the hip heist drill, be able to work that as well, and being able to work the hip heist, recovering, showing you how to use things that you got at the house to be able to practice with. All right, hey guys, we're going to be back on the mats before you know it. Make sure you keep working, keep drilling, pay attention, all right? It's all those private sacrifices that are going to cause public celebrations, and I'm reiterating this and driving this home to you. Can't say it enough, and it's not, can't stress how important this is, all right? And that is that drilling is very, very important to do on your own, all right? Drill on your own at home, all right? Again, solo drills, things that are going to make you better, all right? During the season, like I said before in yesterday's class, if you watched yesterday's class, we were working jiu-jitsu yesterday, all right? During the season, there's nothing wrong with hitting the weights, running, being in the gym, strength and conditioning, all those types of things. Nothing wrong with that at all, all right? Nothing wrong with watching videos. If you're watching this video, you're watching a video, all right? But you got to take those drills and make them actually happen. You should be doing that stuff anyway. That's being a student, being a professional, making sure that you're committed, right? But what we want you to do, you can't stress this enough, is solo drills as far as technical motions, fundamental movements. These things are things that you're going to do over and over and over and over again until they just become a part of you. You don't have to think about them anymore, all right? Because when you're in the middle of a match and you're tired and you start to fatigue, and all of a sudden all the fancy stuff goes out the window. All your advanced stuff goes out the window. It's the basics that are going to get you through, trust me, all right? And there will be times that you might travel. Lord willing, each of you guys are going to get to be able to compete, like Coach Steve over there at New Braunfels Elite, competes internationally, all that kind of good stuff. Man, it'd be awesome if you do that. But you're going to be able to probably get to some countries that you might get to. There's no facilities, all right? Just like right now, you'd say, that'll never happen, Mr. Haven, but here we go. We're not able to get to facilities right now, unless you're doing something that you're not supposed to be doing, right? And coming in contact with people you're not supposed to be coming in contact with it during this time. But, we never thought this would happen, but it has, all right? And so there will be a big difference between those that are drilling actual technical drilling of fundamentals, basic drills, basic motions, drilling your shots, drilling your back steps, drilling your takedowns, drilling your hip heists, drilling your stand-ups, drilling your hand position, hand fighting, all those things that we're talking about all the time. Those guys that are drilling that, as well as working out in the gym, there's going to be a big difference, all right? If you're not doing any technical drilling, your timing is going to be off, all right? Your thought process is going to be off. You're going to be behind, all right? You're always going to be operating from behind. Trust me, there is no neutral inside combat sports, none, all right? You're either moving forward or you're moving backwards. And that's just the honest to God truth, and that's the way it happens, okay? And you can talk to the high-level guys, research what they talk about. Just go online, Google in solo drilling, solo wrestling drilling. See what people say about it, all right? And on every level, whether it's boxing, whether it's judo, whether it's jiu-jitsu, whether it's wrestling, doesn't matter. Striking, doesn't matter what it is. You have to drill the basics. You have to drill them on your own. You cannot rely on your coach to do it for you. You can't rely on having a partner to do it with you. You cannot rely on having a gym to do it in, all right? You have to be able to be disciplined enough and motivated enough to do this stuff on your own. Cannot stress that enough, all right? I want you guys to be ready when we get back, all right? Hopefully there will be a little bit of the freestyle season left to be able to work in, to be able to compete in. Everybody's wrestling singlets are in. They're awesome, all right? Expect you guys to pick those up when we get back to the academy. And then we'll be right back in it again. Folk style is going to be starting up next school year. It's going to be rocking, guys. All right? Appreciate all of you guys hanging out and working hard. See that. Coach Clarkson, of course, he's working you guys really hard too, and see you guys checking in. Don't leave those points just laying off to the side. All right? He's talking about those points that are just laying there. The easy points for you guys to get. Check in online on this SV Rangers wrestling page on Facebook. If you don't have Facebook, I'm pretty sure that Coach Clarkson's got your email address. Contact him about how to make that happen. You should have internet at least, all right? You should be able to email Google, all right? I think all the classes that he's doing are Google Class, just like this one is. So I want you guys to make sure you keep that up, because man, when we get back in, you guys are representing, of course, Inochi, but you're also representing our community, all right? Everybody that goes to Smithson Valley High School, we're a big family and big community, all right? We just have different locations that are convenient to you to train in, all right? And so we're all part of the same team. Smithson Valley Rangers, get your guns up high, all right? I know all that. I've been to all the football games. My kids graduated from there. So, you know, we're part of the same team. We want you guys to be successful this year, all right? Going to districts, going to regions, going to state. All that was awesome. We want to win state this year. We want our guys to get out there and make it happen this year. So, congratulations to everybody graduating, and congratulations to everybody that did a great job this year, but we're looking for better things next year, all right? Don't forget, live life on purpose and never quit. We'll see you guys next week.